All the bad boys want some road, it's tricky. And girls enjoy, they feel so lucky. Loving it quits, running out that door. Calling their mom when they lick the floor. How the funky monkeys talking walking store. They're lost side and rolling like an apple core. Who can believe that there would be some gold with those worms like I said before? Nobody knows what they're looking for. A kind of battle like some maybe more.
Good evening. So that's the time for the last race of Flag to Flag League. Grand finale, as I call it, in Portugal. In quite interesting track, I think. So we already got a few laps done, but yeah, Freibis, and he is first, and we can see that actually this track is quite short. 1 minute and 8 seconds, but Jan Freibis, Stormcloud already on the track, and that's the person I'm gonna look on mostly, because if a Stormcloud gonna take first place, that means that he gonna win whole season. But if Jan Freibis is gonna keep his first place, as keep doing it for the most of the time, that means he's gonna be the winner. But still, this is a race, and many things can change, many things that I can't predict, and many things like that. So, looking on the track, it doesn't look that bad. But the thing is that once we're gonna be on the track and we're gonna notice what is actually happening. So, of course, T1, it's always an issue, especially on tracks like that. But we had a few tests and it should be okay. The problem I think we're gonna see most common will be the corner number 3. And why I'm speaking about the corner number 3? The reason is that once you're gonna be on the corner number 3, you start going uphill. So that means you need to be careful with your grip and you need to be sure that everything is just right. So that's the small issue we have with corner number 3, and we really need to watch out for it. The next thing is that we can see that we have that kind of corners that we're making 180. Just there's quite a lot of them. Emil Praga on the first position. First time I see this guy, and welcome. Jan Freibis just behind him, and the distance is... well, it's not that big, but still Jan Freibis is not alone. Still waiting for a Stormcloud to come back. 8 minutes to the end of the session. Okay, Stormcloud's back right now. So we're waiting for him. So as I said, the last race, the last chance for some drivers to earn points. Stoffmill on the position number 3. 1/2 second, but still waiting for other drivers, and I'm curious what I'm gonna see. What's gonna happen during the race? Stormcloud, he can do it, he can achieve it. Now is the question if he can. It's not that easy. I mean, the points are definitely telling that if Stormcloud will be first, he gonna get the first position in total. But it might happen, some bad things may happen, like on the previous race, that he didn't have enough luck. So now I'm just worried that if everything's gonna be okay, because this track is actually... I mean, the requirements of this track are quite high. So just to make sure that you're gonna go through everything and everything's gonna just work fine, you have to watch out your tires. You have to watch out if everything's okay. There is no open overtaking. So there's only one DRS zone, and I think you know where is it. So no surprise here. And most of the overtaking we're gonna see there, and that's obvious in that point. Now is the question how it's gonna look and where our driver is gonna land, because Jan Freibis is second. So waiting for Emil Praga, maybe he gonna improve his time. But right now on the screen is Jan Freibis. So Jan Freibis is starting his lap. So let's drive with him through this. And let's see how he is doing it. So Sunny Portugal. Oh, see how we are going uphill. So it's quite easy to lose control of your vehicle. So you just need be sure that everything's okay, that the speed is just right, that you're not putting too much throttle. Otherwise, you're gonna just simply spin off, and that's something you don't want to happen. So let's go just here, so I can see it that way. I think it's more visible for all of you. So now is the question. Jan Freibis a bit faster. Now is the question if that's good enough. Let's see the other corners. Smooth. Lost control a bit. Oh, he knows it. He knows that he lost control and it's not gonna work as it should be. So Jan Freibis gave up for a second. Stormcloud still in the pit stop somehow. Bob Deacon, small problems. So I've been thinking about the camera. So let me do my thing as I am always doing, because the first corner might be quite interesting. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stick it like that, and I think that'd be just fine to see what is happening, especially that we can see the corner number 2. Oh, and we can see actually the corner number 4 here. Everything visible. Stormcloud still in the pit stop. I don't know what he is doing, but I hope that he's gonna get back on the track, because position number 10, well, it's not something I would like to see. Jan Freibis again on the track. So now is the question how fast he will go. it's hard to believe it's already the end. It's hard to believe it's the last race of the season. I mean, times really go so fast. And also goes for Jan Freibies because that's his lap. You can see the time already started. So let's see again how he is doing, how he gonna make it, if he's going to make it. Because it looks like that Emil Praga made something special for Jan Freibies, something that I've been not expecting. So once again, welcome Emil. Hope you will have fun. So basically we are seeing Emil Praga at the first position, and that tells us that it might change a few things. During the race, and about the points that Stormcloud and Jan Freibies can count, because just let's be honest, that are these two guys that we're looking forward, we're looking what's gonna happen. And Jan Freibies faster than Emil Praga, so he landed on position number 1. So that's what he was waiting for, but still Emil Praga is quite close. So I'm wondering if he's going to make it even better. Stormcloud still in the pit stop for some reason, and I'm still watching Emil Praga. Now it's his turn, now it's his chance to improve it. More or less. The race itself is gonna be something that we need to see for a long time. Stormcloud still in the pit stop. I don't know what he's doing. I hope everything's okay, and he's gonna just start soon. One minute and a half to the end of the qualifications, and Jan Freibies again on the track. Stormcloud still in the pit stop. Emil Praga, let's see if he's going to improve it. At least one more lap to go for him. And he started. So now let's watch out from this perspective of Emil Praga and how he is making it, how he's making it this time. Because these guys are quite close each other. I mean, it's about the time. Or maybe I don't know something. I need to ask. First sector faster than Jan Freibies, and that's quite a lot. Now we're waiting for sector number 2. Quite smooth. Everything looks fine. 49.060 to beat, and he's faster. So Emil Praga is faster than Jan Freibies. Now that's the last sector. The last sector will tell us if Emil Praga is actually faster than Jan Freibies. And we are waiting for this moment, and it ends that Emil is much faster than Jan Freibies. I mean, I was not expecting that's gonna happen. For some reason, Stormcloud still in the pit stop, so he's not taking the part in the qualification. So he'll make one lap. Bob Deacon and Jan Freibies still on the track. So are these the guys we are still watching, and Jan Freibies might have some issue trying to improve this time, because I think that actually what we've seen with Emil, that was just simple driving, and Jan Freibies, yeah, you've seen it, small mistake that may cost a lot. But still, let's don't make any cross on him, because it still might end much better. And Jan Freibies, no, that wasn't it. Bob Deacon, improved time. So now we are waiting to get back on the track, and we're gonna start the last race. So Emil Praga, number 1. Jan Freibies on the second position. It's something I was not expecting. Coast Church on the 3rd position, Bob Deacon on the 4th, so that's the second line for Bob Deacon. So what I am gonna do is, as always, I'm gonna change the camera to show you everything you need to see on the first corner. Unfortunately, the cameras on the track are not that good as I was expecting, so need to change it a little bit. 35 seconds to the start. Here we are. Maybe I'm just gonna lift it a little bit. Maybe something like that. Yeah, now we got everything that we need. So let's be honest, the last race starting in 15 seconds. I wish everybody luck. A lot of it. And let's just start it and make it 35 laps to go. Grand finale. A little bit of smoke, but everything looks just fine at the very first straight. And here we go, the corner. Emil Praga much faster than Jan Freibis. Everything else looks okay. And Stormcloud already on position number 7. Let's look at him, and he's just back behind Senna. So Stormcloud really aggressive, trying to take the internal part of the corner, but not now. But still, he's close. Coast Church landing on the position number 2. Emil Praga for some reason is on the position number 3. So I don't know what happened. Actually, I missed it, but still, Stormcloud is quite close. And now let's see if Emil Praga can counter-attack. What just happened? Bob Deacon behind, but it's already 0.6, 0.7, and it's just increasing. Now it's Stormcloud. If he's gonna make it, if he's fast enough to make it that far. And here we got the straight. Just a reminder, 1 lap took 1.08. Jan Freibis to first, Coast Church on position number 2, Emil Praga on the 3rd, Bob Deacon. Stormcloud fighting there somewhere with El Gurke. Senna fall down on the position number 8, but still Stormcloud keeping his position, so just El Gurke in front of him, and then Mono seeing some smoke, so El Gurke having small issues with his brakes, but still looks smooth. So just question about the tires, about the strategy about the tires. When they're gonna change it, how it's gonna look like? Plenty of things going through the head, and now it's just a question how fast the tires will be. In that state, there will be no use of them. This corner is very tricky, as we've seen, that just need to do it quite fast. Need to turn right, just in correct time. But what I am saying is that Coast Church is on the 2nd position and Emil can't chase him. Now Stormcloud faster, taking the internal part, but no, not this time. He was actually too far, and then he lost a bit of control that ended not well for him, but he's still behind El Gurke, keeping his position. So it's very important just to make sure that you don't lose it, not gonna make a mistake that's gonna cost you a lot. Stormcloud position number 7. Now he's overtaking El Gurke and he is faster. So definitely Stormcloud got set up for gaining speed. Make use of it, because during the corners it won't be that easy, and Stormcloud knows that he's fighting for a lot. Still, he's in position number 6, and Jan Freibis is slowly running away from him. So he really need to focus, he really need to try to do something. And Coast Church somehow faster than Jan Freibis, so maybe Jan Freibis made a small mistake. But the fastest lap goes to Emil Praga. So Emil is actually the driver that's gonna push it. And Stormcloud. Monolith made a mistake and Stormcloud is already landing on the position number 5. So now he's chasing Bob Deacon. Legurke again, small issues. Now going uphill and he's landing behind him. So Stuff Mew made him do it. And Coast Church, I don't know what is happening. I've never been seeing something like this. Coast Church is actually trying to overtake Ian Freibis. Something incredible, something that has never happened during these races. That Coast Church is that aggressive. Monolith out of the track. Same dragon, so probably something happened there. So Ali is landing on the position number 9. Now he's behind Oliver. But still, let's watch Coast Church, because I don't know what happened. Because there's some devil in him or something like that, because he's really doing his best. Stormcloud improving his time. 1.5 behind Bob Deacon. So let's see how Emil Praga is looking at this stuff. Dragon already in pit stop. Alegurke landing on the position number 6. So Stoffmeo is landing on the position number 7. Stormcloud still getting closer to Bob Deacon. So it's just a matter of time that he's gonna try to overtake him, but Coast Church so close to Jan Freibis. Or maybe just of Emil Praga that is just behind him. That might lead him to just make sure that he's fast as possible. But what I see is that the Stormcloud is just behind Bob Deacon. And he might be the driver that's soon gonna start overtaking Bob Deacon. Now Bob Deacon knows that that part of the track should belong to him. Otherwise, Stormcloud gonna overtake him easily, but Stormcloud is much faster. Bob Deacon couldn't do anything here. So Stormcloud already on position number 9 and 4.7 to Emil. Now is the question if he's actually faster than Emil. Because if he is, that might give him advantage. Because right now it looks like that Emil and Coast Church are blocked in this position. And they're gonna block each other for probably quite a long period of time. Because really, this track doesn't allow you to overtake in any part of it. You just need to use straights or have a bit of luck. Otherwise, completely, it's not gonna work. So still waiting, just making sure that everything's okay. And somehow I see I have transcoding. Woohoo! Transcoding during the stream. Just stream things. Now the time gap slowly increasing between these guys. Still watching Stormcloud 4.2. Stormcloud made even a better lap, but still not that fast as Emil Praga made. 4.0. So it's about the sectors, as you can see. Some sectors, Stormclouds is just driving much faster, but in some he's losing time. Unfortunately for him, the track is not that long, so he can't gain that amount of speed as he wants. But still, I can see a small improvement by every lap that Stormcloud is actually getting closer to Emil Praga. So that means, and that tells us that it may happen that Stormcloud is gonna just fight for position number 2, at least. I don't know how far Jan Freibis will try to run away. And what Emil Praga will show us. Because it's the first time he is here, and he already shows a lot. And he shows that how dangerous he can be. Dragon is small trouble, landed out of the track, and Monolith landing on his position. Now let's see where is Jan Freibis, and he see Dragon. I hope that he gonna just let the drivers go. just to not make any trouble. Yeah, he let them go. He knows what is happening and how it might end. 3.5, so Stormcloud still getting closer and closer. So that's the fight we're gonna see. Church 1.4, 1.3 behind Ian Freibees, Emil 1 second behind Church. Still, what I need to say is that Church is actually really fast, and Ali fighting with Oliver here. I think that Ali had a small issue because this time gap just decreased instantly. That's why where he landed. Emil 0.2 behind Church. We can see that 2 seconds between Church and Jan Freibees. So I guess small mistake from Church. Now let's see again from Praga. How is gonna make it? 2.5 seconds behind Emil. There is a Stormcloud trying to drive faster by every lap. Now it's the question about the pit stop and about the tires. So if Stormcloud will gonna take only one pit stop, that might work for him. That might be something that I'm looking forward. So if you're looking for drivers, everybody's on the super softs. For some reason, Dragon is on the medium, same as Monolith. And they are losing a lot of time. So Emil Praga can't. Oh no, he's actually faster than Church, and Church is losing his position. So Emil used DRS zone, and now he's in front of Church. Cause was trying to push back, but he couldn't do anything here. Nothing significant, so nothing that could work for him. So now it's again Dragon out of the track. And that is us to first DNF this race. So Dragon unfortunately couldn't make it. Sen is taking a pit stop, so stop me already there. Church still behind Emil. So now is the question, how Church gonna protect himself from Stormcloud. Stormcloud, yeah, he's hungry, he wants to win, he knows what he's fighting for, he knows where is the chance. Oliver Prenton out of the track, El Gurke taking his position. Didn't expect that it's gonna happen in that way. Church on position number 3. And we can see that Emil is running away from him. Now is the question if Emil can chase Jan Freibees, because if he can, that will lead to a quite strange situation. But that would put some pressure on Jan Freibees. So we just need to wait. 3.8, let's just remember the time. Because for now we just need to focus on Stormcloud and see how he goes. And if he goes fast enough, 11 of 35 laps. .9, 0.9 on both sides, and watch it from the Stormcloud position. How he feels it, how he sees it. A small mistake of Church might end bad, really bad. Now Stormcloud gaining speed, and let's see if he's faster. It was 0.5. 0.2, 0.1, and he's overtaking Church. Now just let's see if he's fast enough yet. So Church landed behind him. He knows there was pretty much no reason to fight. He couldn't make it. So Stormcloud landing on the position number 3. Now it's Emil Praga in front of him. 0.5, so it's already really close. Church 0.8. And now it's the question about the tires. We can see Ali in the pit stop, so probably changing the tires. Chance that there is plenty of people that are gonna take actually 2 pit stops to change the tires twice. So I'm thinking twice softs. I don't think so somebody gonna wear super softs after all. But now it's the question of Stormcloud and his tactic about this race. If he's going to use only one more compound, so that will be softs, and I think that's gonna be softs. That might be it. Okay, we can see the real spoiler, and the RS is on, and Stormcloud should be much faster, and he's taking Emil position. Now the RS, we can see the wing closed, and he got it. So second position for Stormcloud. The problem with the DRS is that you just need to remember that you are much faster, and that you need to modify your breakpoint. You need to be sure that you don't just go through the corner. So that gave us a lot of information that actually Stormcloud knows what he is doing. 5 seconds between him and Jan Freibis. Oliver is out of the track and he's going back, and he hit the wall again. So that's the damage he took. And I think that Oliver Prenton is stuck. Yeah, it looks like Oliver Prenton can move, so something I was not expecting. Emil Praga 1.1. Coast Charge on the position number 5 behind Bob Deacon. Stormcloud 4.4. And he's taking the pit stop. So Stormcloud is taking a pit stop. Emil also is taking pit stop. Jan Freibis still didn't made it there. So now let's watch the tires. So we are looking for a Stormcloud mediums. Stormcloud gonna take only one pit stop, and that's mediums for him. So that's a chance. He knows that he need to risk it. Emil Praga is wearing softs, and now we're gonna see the difference between them. So Emil and Stormcloud are quite close to each other. Now is the question if Emil can be fast enough. So the problem with Stormcloud and his tires is that he need to keep them in the right temperature. So mediums as a tires, they have the amount of temperature you can actually drive on with perfect grip on that compound is actually much lower than the other ones. So softs are getting the temperature much better, they keep it and you can just drive it. Mediums are not that easy to control. So it's now all about Stormcloud. And now let's see Jan Freibis, because Jan Freibis is in the pit stop and he's changing his tires. So let's see Jan Freibis. Jan Freibis is wearing softs. Okay, 15 laps done. We got 20 laps to go. Coast Church, the fastest lap. Something I was not expecting, so I don't know what is happening with the church, but he's actually making a big progress since I started here. So I really want to watch him in the next season. Oh, flag to flag. Now, let's see Stormcloud. Jan Freibis, Stormcloud. Jan Freibis, Stormcloud. Just these two guys are interesting. So, Jan Freibis behind Bob Deacon. There is some pair he needs to overtake, so stop Mew and blue flag for him. You can see different breakpoints, and that leads that Stormcloud might get some time. But Stop Mew will need to really to know what the blue flag is all about. So now he's going to let him probably. Bob Deacon landing in the pit stop. Emil Praga, the fastest lap. And it was below 111. What this guy is doing. So Emil beating the fastest lap. Record belongs to him. Stormcloud 2.6. So it's no the question about Stormcloud and he's gonna make it. So it looks like the softs should be enough for a one pit stop during the time. Now I can see that Stormcloud fighting with a driver that he can't pass it somehow. He can't pass him and he's losing a lot of time. Now he can, but still it costs a lot of nerves, and then he just need to make sure that Stormcloud just not gonna make any mistake because of that. 3.8, so that was plus 1 second during this overtaking. Now we see Jan Freibies the fastest lap, so he made it even faster. 1.10.5. By every lap we're gonna see a difference. By every lap we're gonna see a change. Now let's see if we're gonna see that Stormcloud is actually faster than Jan Freibies. 4.4. So it doesn't look like the Stormcloud can actually get into the right tempo. Emil is losing time, but that's because of the driver that they need to overtake. Coast Church on the position number 4, so he's behind Emil. The driver is in time gaps quite big, so I don't expect that something gonna happen. .5. Something is happening, Stormcloud. Something is happening. So after overtaking the slower driver, he can't make it fast enough, and the time is just increasing. And maybe just about the tires, maybe that Jan Freibies is gonna use these tires for a few laps and then it's gonna end bad, but again the fastest laps goes to Jan Freibies, 1.10.3. Stormcloud also improved his time, so he's actually driving better. Now is the question if that's better is just enough. Cross Church still behind MU. We are still waiting for a difference, still waiting for something that's gonna change during that time. So let's go back to the Coast Church and see if he can actually chase MU. Because definitely there is some potential I see here. I was not expecting that it's gonna end that way. Especially that Coast Church, maybe he was somewhere on the top, but not that close, not that fast. So maybe it's just about the track that he like. Or maybe that's that sun that he was missing all the time. MU a bit faster than Stormcloud, but still there is a distance between them. 5.21. Stormcloud, he could use a DRS zone. I mean that would help him a lot, but he can't. He just needs to make sure he will get closer to Jan Freibies. Otherwise he gonna end on the position number 2. Or Jan Freibies is gonna take second pit stop, but I think that the softs will be just enough to drive for the full time. So they've been driving on the super softs for a quite long period of time, and it was okay. Of course, new set of tires and they are driving much faster. The grip is slowly increasing because they are on the track for 19 laps already. So definitely Stormcloud need to hire, need to improve something, need to change something. Slower than Jan Freibies, and MU is chasing him, and by every lap getting closer. Now it's 0.9, 0.8, so it's definitely about the tires. Definitely the mediums are not giving Stormcloud enough grip, enough speed as he would like have to. So if Stormcloud not gonna just get himself to do something more, it might be the end. For Jan Freibies, of course, it's a win situation. if it is one pit stop strategy. If it's two pit stop strategy for Jan Freibis, it might be Stormcloud. 15 laps to go. The thing is I'm waiting for is that if actually Jan Freibis will get to the point where he gonna lose traction, he gonna lose grip, in that amount that it's gonna just make him much slower. Because soft's definitely gonna wear much faster and medium's gonna just stay. Stormcloud making pretty much the same laps. Emu getting just behind him and driving fast enough so that tells us that one straight might end not very well for Stormcloud. Bob Deacon on position number 5 and he's behind Coaster Church, 3 seconds behind Emu. So we have a fight for position number 2 and somehow fight for position number 1. And this is why I'm watching this, guys, because that will end the season. That will end the season as we're looking for. So if Jan Freibis will keep his position, win for him, and if Stormcloud will be second, that's it. But if it's gonna change a bit, in the meaning that Stormcloud will be on position number 1, that's win for him. Now Stormcloud much slower, and we can see that Emil Praga is using DRS zone and no space for a Stormcloud, so he need to let him go because he definitely was faster. No, somehow Stormcloud protected himself from this maneuver. So Stormcloud landing in position 2 again. I think that Emil Praga wasn't expecting that it's gonna be that hard with this driver. Yet they are fighting there, and that is Stormcloud just gonna be slower and slower because he need to take care of Emu just behind his back. So he need to change his way of driving. Let's see Emil Praga and how he goes through these corners. 13 laps to go, so that's not enough space, not enough room for all of them. 1.10.3. Stormcloud will be 1.11. Again, bit faster Praga on the straight, but not fast enough. Stormcloud wasn't even trying to protect himself because he knows that that's just not gonna work. .5, 0.7 between him and Stormcloud. Rest of the drivers with a big distance between themselves, so I really don't expect something gonna change unless other drivers gonna take pit stop. But what really bothers me, what I'm wondering about is if Jan Freibis is gonna take second pit stop. So that's the information, that's the feedback from Jan Freibis. If he would know that Stormcloud is going to take mediums, so one pit stop strategy definitely here, Jan Freibis can try to make sure that his RS won't be used that fast as that would be the normal way of driving. 6.5 seconds, so there are some corners that he can just let go a little bit. Or maybe he is already. So that's something we're gonna see during the race, that's something we're gonna see and get to what's gonna happen. So it's all about the strategy, it's all about the pit stop if it's going with the top 3. It's same goes with Emil Praga, because the thing is that he is wearing softs too. Tells us that he might also take one more pit stop. So that could be one more pit stop for him. But what I've been talking about with drivers is that there is a possibility to start on the super softs, make a few laps, and then change to the softs, and just that will be it. So only one pit stop for softs might work, and I think that Stormcloud made a small mistake taking mediums. I mean, of course, mediums are more safer. You know that they're not gonna be used that much, and softs will be just pretty much at the very edge of them. So now it's just a matter how it's gonna work, because I don't expect that Jan Freiby is gonna just lose his position, cause Church took a pit stop, so he's landing behind Bob Deacon. So that might be a fight there. Cause Church wearing super softs. So for the last 10 laps he's wearing super softs. And that tells us that he's gonna make a really fast laps. He was beating a track record already, so that's something he can do. So definitely worth watching what's gonna happen here and how it's gonna end. Emil Praga again behind Stormcloud, pushing him harder and harder. Definitely Stormcloud slower than Jan Freiby, but it's all about this one pit stop. If Jan Freiby is gonna take a pit stop, that will be the end for him, and that should be a win for Stormcloud. Even if Emil Praga gonna overtake him, and Emil is not gonna take a pit stop, but Jan Freiby will land behind Stormcloud, that means the Stormcloud gonna take the first position. Cause Church really close to Bob Deacon. Definitely the super softs are working for him, and gives him much more grip than the other drivers, because nobody's wearing super softs now. Oh, that was Bob Deacon that didn't realize that he was that close. And cause Church now trying to get some speed, taking that part of the track, and I think he's letting Bob Deacon go, because now there is no point risking it. .2 between Stormcloud and Jan Freiby. Still waiting for that moment where Jan Freiby will start losing grip, so he's gonna drive slower. But 7 seconds, that's a lot, and that's Church. He's not using the DRS zone, so definitely that's all about the tires. So super softs are working well for him and pay off. So we already took 2 pit stops. Fresh tires working well. Stormcloud still on the mediums, Emil on the softs, and Jan Freiby also on the softs. So again and again, I'm gonna just keep repeating it. What's gonna happen with the pit stop strategy? Stormcloud a little bit better on this lap, Emil a bit slower. Lots of distance between them. Maybe that's some kind of motivation for Emil. He knows, for Stormcloud, he knows that Emil is just behind him, so he needs to drive faster. So it's not about chasing Freiby, because he knows that he can't chase him that fast. He can make this vehicle goes faster. Now I can see that Stormcloud is actually on the straights, getting better laps, and this cost charge below 1.10. What amazing race, a few surprises here. And that's the grand finale, so I think it must end that way. It must end that way, that we're gonna get some surprise. Now is the question, if we're getting one more surprise. For now, if we're gonna stop the race now, if we're gonna end it now, Jan Freiby is taking first position. Jan Freiby is gonna take first position. Stormcloud 1.10.5. So still a little bit of improvement. So Tires are still working well. Emil Praga behind him, and looks like that Emil is actually driving a bit slower. The next question is how long Church can drive on the tires. Okay, there is 30 seconds difference between him and Emil, so I don't expect it's gonna change. Bob Deacon already losing 5 seconds to him. Cause Church even faster. He's actually going to the 1.0 below 1.0.9. So 1 minute and 9 seconds, 0.2 for our Church. So Super Softs are working well for him, and Ali out of the track. Thankfully he landed next to the ambulance, but still that's end of the race for him. So unfortunately that ended not that well. Emil losing time. He can't chase Stormcloud. So the tires slowly are wearing off. Slowly, they're not giving that much grip, and now it's 5 laps to the end of the race. But I think that Jan Freibes can make it with the soft tires to the end. I don't think so it's gonna end differently. So right now he is on our screens. Jan Freibes definitely going here for win. Definitely the fastest driver of the season. Few times I've seen that he actually was taking the first place and not giving it to anyone else. He always had a good pit stop strategy. And that's all about the Stormcloud, that he was the guy that he was risking at mostly. It paid off for him, mostly it worked for him. Now it's the question if it's gonna do it again. 6.6 and 4 laps to go, that's not enough. So I think so that we're gonna end this race in that order, but we can see that Jan Freibes actually slowly he's losing grip. So now is the question, if he knows that Stormcloud is going only for one pit stop. If he knows, he's gonna keep the tires, he's gonna try to keep it cool, he's gonna try to drive as long as possible. VASC 910, thank you for all and welcome on the good side of internet. So 6.6, 6.5 times slowly decreasing, but it's not enough, it's really not enough for a Stormcloud. I guess that Stormcloud is just praying and he's waiting for a miracle. If it's gonna happen, need to be now. I don't think so that for our 3 laps Jan Freibes will just go for a pit stop. Emil making his best lap, but still 1.6 seconds behind Stormcloud. So that's a lot. 2 seconds now. So he's losing a lot of time. So that's about the tires. That's about the tires, that the softs are not working anymore. And we can see that actually Emil can't chase Stormcloud. Stormcloud getting close and close to the Jan Freibes, but it's really slow. It's not fast enough. It's not enough to get to this first position. Cost charge. Chasing Emil. He's on the super soft cost, so he knows that he can actually drive as fast as he can. But also, I think the super softs are for 10 laps maximum. That's it. That's not gonna work longer. Stormcloud 5.5 made an even better time, and now it's Jan Freibes that he need to overtake a slower driver. So blue flag in front of him. Now is the question how it's gonna work, but I see it already that Jan Freibis is driving slower and trying to make it safe because there is not enough grip, and he's not gonna take pit stop. He knows there is no point taking pit stop now. On the straight, somehow Stormcloud lost some time. 2 laps to go, and that will be for Jan Freibis' grand finale, the last race of the season. Might end in that way. Ali, that's DNF, so he was in the pits already, so that's actually 3 DNFs if we're gonna count them. MU 3.5 to Stormcloud, so we can see that this time also is slowly increasing, decreasing from time to time. Or maybe that's Stormcloud that he knows he can't make it. 34 to 35, so Jan Freibis slowly ending this race. The winner of many races. Many times he showed that he is the best one. He is not giving up. He's that kind of driver that just make his job and then goes back. So if you're gonna look at the standings in Belgium, we got Freibis on the 2nd position, USA. 1st position for him. German GP, Jan Freibis 1st. In the Korean GP, and that was something that was quite strange. So Stormcloud was 1st and Jan Freibis was on the position number 4. Japanese GP, that was this track that Jan Freibis didn't start. Then Australian GP, Jan Freibis was 1st, and then we got Bahrain GP. So Freibis was behind Stormcloud, so Freibis was in the position number 2. Chinese GP, Jan Freibis was on position number 1 and Stormcloud on position number 3. So that gives us total of 148 for Jan Freibis. For Stormcloud is 141. And leader is on a final lap. So now it's just a matter of corners just to get through. 5 seconds behind him there is a Stormcloud. I think that's the issue with the start, that he actually Stormcloud was starting from the, I don't know, I think that was position number 10 or 9 maybe. So he had to go through many drivers, yet he proved a lot. So Stormcloud, if it's going to the best driver of the race, goes to the Stormcloud. That was the Stormcloud. But if we were thinking about the champion, Jan Freibis, no, what happened? He hit the wall, and that's a problem. Stormcloud landing on the 1st position, that was not supposed to happen. And that's the last lap. Stormcloud is on the 1st position, that's a win for him, if he's gonna keep it. Now, that's the end. That's the end, and Stormcloud finished with the 1st position. Small mistake from Jan Freibis, so it was about the tires that didn't keep him on the track. And Stormcloud won it! Something incredible, something I was not thinking was gonna happen, because I was already saying that Jan Freibis is that driver that just is making his job. So Stormcloud is the winner of this season. I can't believe it. I lost my voice. Need to drink something just to cool down. So, second. Okay, let's make something different now. Ooh. That was something I was not expecting at all. Hello guys.
Yo.
I don't know what happened, but congratulations to all of you and thank you for this season. And I hope we're gonna hear ourselves in the next one.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna go for that.
It's definitely been brilliant having you, Andre, and we will get that safety car going before the first race for sure.
Oh, I hope so.
So we'll give you a bit of fun, you know, just to add to it. So
You're gonna ride with us then.
No,
Well,
I mean,
in the safety car.
well, I hope that from time to time I'll have this chance to drive with you guys, but not too often. Church, what I need to say,
Yep.
the super softs worked for you very well at the end. So I've seen that was the best time I think of the race for you. Ian Freibis, actually I feel sorry
Thanks.
for you because I've seen that I was already telling that you won it and that will be a championship for you, but I think that was
I
about the
think
grip.
he still won. I don't know quite how the points work, but I'm pretty sure he's won.
And what
Well,
happened?
I
No?
really don't know what really
Hang on.
happened, but in last sector, when there was a right-handed fast corner,
Mm-hmm.
maybe on a fourth, fifth gear, and I had a lag when I was driving through, and then I suddenly was in a barrier. So
I mean, I had a
it
camera.
was like, I think it was not some driving mistake.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
but
I get it a lot as well.
But I really think, I'm not sure, but I think that the calculation was when Stormcloud wins, I need to be second, and I was second. So
Because I think you're level on points, and then you
yeah, we are level
got more
on
second
points,
places.
and now I have more second places.
Exactly.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's correct. Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
that was a good race, and actually I had a camera on you when that happened. Just the few corners before the end. So I will send you how it looked like from my perspective. But well, that was a good season.
Yeah, it was a nice last lap. Nice finisher.
I like the way we finished just as a unit. We're just so much more, I think, just looking for each other. I think we realize when you've got a small group, you need each other to keep each other interested, if you know what I mean. It's like,
Okay, thank you guys, and see you in the next season. And the next race is already tomorrow. Hey you.